Suck my ass, this is Stiff Oddcast.
And we're back with the Stiff Oddcast with the superstar Ray Waddell in the April 14th, 2014 edition of the Stiff Oddcast.
WWA throwing down with the FANdemonium coming up very soon. You're going to see superstar Ray Waddell as many as...
And THC, one of my favorite tag teams and
You're
wrestlers.
going to see a lot of very interesting things going down in independent wrestling.
This Saturday in Livermore, and people can vote, which I think is crazy, man. These Facebook polls, everyone go on there and vote for what they want to see, and who they want to wrestle who, what kind of matches they want to see. Facebook.com/WWE is now. That's a cheap plug for all you folks out there, so check it out if you haven't already. Oh, yeah, and THC, man, cool guys. Like, they, and actually, this past Saturday in Bowling Green, they went in there and, you know, they were good and served the team. They wrestled the Church of the Misfits, and everyone expected to be good. They fucking tore the house down, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's good.
I think they started the show with Hurricane on the card, man. Of course, the card was stacked, but some guys went out there and no one expected it. They started the show, so I got to put them four guys over for sure.
Dude, yeah, let's do a quick card rundown, because I voted for mainly no DQs on the poll at the FANdemonium 2014 on Facebook. Just give a quick card rundown real quick, Ray.
That's good. Are you looking at it right now? Because I'm not.
Okay.
I think I remember most of it, though. I'm actually in a triple threat match with Obispo, this little Mexican fella, and the WBA champion Alexander Knight, and that they had to... See, this is where the fans don't like me too much, because they could have voted. They had three options. One was for the title to be on the line, which of course that's what I voted for. And the second was for Obispo's match to be on the line, which that's all good with me too. The third one was for me to have to wrestle a fan beforehand. So everyone votes for me to have to wrestle a fan. So now I got to do a warm-up match. And I get to beat up a WWA fan. So, I mean, that should be a whole bunch of fun for me.
Oh, yeah. Plus, you get to stretch out your muscles, you know, and just, yeah, it's a warm-up match, like you said.
Yeah, that should be cool. Plus, fans don't like me, so I get to beat one up. That should be
good. Good.
And I think in the main event, we got my brother. He's going one with Nick Depp, who everyone seems to love. And I'm not sure what they're voting. I think they might be voting on a lumberjack match what the fans want to see, so that should be pretty cool. I think that's the final game. They got a pretty good album going.
Yeah, I got to keep that alive.
My brother was all loves and everything until he hit out Nick in the head with the steel chair and doing me. So now we're running this Waddell show, and we're the two most hated guys in Kentucky, so that's pretty cool. And honestly, I don't remember what the other matches are. I think there's the Butler Courtney Moore has to go up against Siren, who's the only female wrestler we have, and it's pretty scary.
That is scary. Is she pretty good? I mean, is she? I mean, when you say she's scary, I mean, is she good though?
Well, I mean, for the moves she does, she don't got to be that good because like her one of her finishers, one of her signature moves is the ball claw, where she literally grabs her testicles.
Oh yeah, I don't like her.
So,
I don't like her now.
You don't got to know hold for hold when you got to hold someone's testicles. So yeah, you get the job done.
Crap! I was intrigued, but now it seems like I don't want to walk around that girl at all. I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, I never like when it's like, well, my name is beside hers on the card. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh,
no what I do, I'm gonna get a ball call to her.
Oh, yeah, it's not like you can give her a Texas titty twister or anything.
Well, I don't really know what else is going on. I think, Kahaji Khan, the fucking Saudi Arabian fella, I think he's going up against we actually have a guy, I don't know if you guys seen his name, Justin Boner. Have you guys seen this?
Yes, I have.
His legitimate last name is Boner.
Yeah, that's terrible.
He's actually a legitimate Special Olympian.
Oh, wow.
Special Olympian? Is that what you say? Like special?
Yeah, a Special Olympian. He has a medal from the Special Olympics.
The Special Olympics.
Oh, jeez.
He wears the USA thing and everything, but
was
he has a medal for bowling. He doesn't have a medal for wrestling.
Oh, wow. I thought it was maybe curling or something.
In his head, he thinks he's Kurt Angle. So, yeah, he's going to be in action, believe it or not.
Yeah, is he taking on, how do you pronounce this? Kaja Khan, right?
Kahaji Khan?
Yes.
What about him?
Yeah, is he taking on, who is he facing?
Yeah, I believe the fans actually voted for Boner to get a shot at Kahaji Khan in the national title. So
Oh wow, yeah, it was a pretty close race here. I'm looking at the poll right now. We had Justin Boner at 95, Logan Abel at 81, and Brenton the Snowman Wood only with 4.
I wish my last name was Boner.
What's some of these names? Boner and Wood.
I know, right? It would have worked out better than Orange, I think, if my last name was Boner.
You know what, Ray? Thank God nobody voted for the blindfold match. Okay?
Yeah, that would have been a disaster.
Have you guys seen the Jake Roberts?
Yes, I've seen that fucking match.
Bonto match?
Yes.
Yes.
I love that match, man. The fans were so involved. That was the cool part. I mean, of course, it wasn't a wrestling classic, but
Well,
fans,
I think at the time Martel was so over as a heel, or a bad guy. Jake was so legit brawler. They knew as soon as he got his hands on his shoulders, he's gonna be. I think that's why it worked in that case. It's just because they knew as soon as Jake could feel him, we're gonna see a DDT attempt or a short arm clothesline or.
Yeah, it all built to that.
Yeah, it worked out. It was purpose built.
Just real quick, since we're on the topic of the WWA, we have a fan question from Kevin Kamer. He asked you, Ray Waddell, will you ever turn face?
Well, the fans like you as a hero.
I doubt it, man. I just don't see myself being the type of guy to go around taking hands and shit.
What's interesting?
I kind of just do my thing to where, when I first started, I wasn't intentionally being an asshole. It was just, like me or don't. They didn't, so I was like, okay, I'll run with it.
Oh, so you're just being yourself, and some people just didn't like you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, of course, now I purposely do it because, if you're going to not like me, I'm going to give you a reason to.
Oh, yeah, why not?
My goal is really to be the most hated man in wrestling. And so I don't really want to be liked. I mean, it's possible down the line, but I don't see that, man. I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I don't think people. Honestly, I think if I tried, they hate me so much they wouldn't take it. They'd say, "Fuck you,"
Right.
It's gonna get too long. You're stuck.
Right. I mean, but I'm sure you feed off that that knife edge hate. You feed off that.
Yeah, man, I love it. I actually have a shirt that says "Hate Me, Love It" on it because it's motivation,
Right.
Some people get motivated from people cheering for them. I get motivated from people booing me or throwing stuff at me. Man, I've had people throw tea at me and everything. These fans, it's pretty crazy. But at the end of the day, it's a lot cooler to beat their favorite wrestler and laugh at them than it is to be their favorite wrestler. I'm confident in my abilities that if I was put there, I could do it. But
yeah, I totally think you totally do.
If it ain't you, it ain't gonna work out as good as just being yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. They always said Stone Cold was like himself with the volume turned up. That's kind of what I'm doing. And that's
Stone Cold was
play a good guy. That wouldn't be me,
Well, Stone Cold was a very successful tweener by all definitions. He worked an angle or a character that, by all definitions in pro wrestling at that point, was a heel, but we all liked him. We loved him. We enjoyed his shenanigans. We enjoyed his disobedience and his breaking of the rules, so to speak, in a way. I don't know if it had anything to do with the social stigma going on behind the curtain there in professional wrestling, but I do think a true wrestler that is of Hall of Fame status can, like Hulk Hogan, I don't give a damn what people say about his backstage antics, but you have to look at it. He's the most successful face hero that ever existed and the most successful heel that ever existed in televised professional wrestling. Otherwise, it never worked.
He's another guy that gets a bad rap. I mean, Hogan made more money for wrestling, made wrestling more popular than anyone ever did before him, and probably after him, besides maybe Stone Cold. So
yeah,
you gotta respect him. And Hogan could wrestle when he wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes,
that's true.
I saw his Japan match.
He didn't have to.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't have to. He didn't have to put himself.
He was the face of wrestling. Ray, I got just one more. I got actually 2 more fan questions. All right, here's one. Who would you like to square off against in the future after FANdemonium?
Like anyone in wrestling or the WWA or what?
I guess
Whoever.
I guess this. I think this is a very general question. I think he's asking anyone. Who would you like to be in the ring with?
Oh man, I can talk all day. As far as WWA goes, I've always enjoyed wrestling Jordan Whitaker and my brother, of course. But with us being in a team right now, that probably won't happen anytime soon.
Right.
And as far as anyone like indie wrestling, I'd like to wrestle with Kevin Steen. I'd like to wrestle with Chris Hero. If I felt like I was up to par to hang with those guys, and out of anybody, like maybe cool to wrestle Kevin Nash or X-Pac or some of these guys that still run the indies, some of these older fellas that I think I can learn from and go on good matches with. I'd love to wrestle Tatanka again. When I wrestled him up in Evansville, he was a really cool dude. That was a really cool match for me because he was an older guy that didn't mind getting in there and mixing it up.
That's really cool.
There wasn't no fucking around with that guy. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
that's some of the people I'd like to get in the ring with.
Let's see. That also kind of leads into a question. For say a future pay-per-view, this is just say this might be fantasy, this might be reality. Would there be any way that you'd be able to bring in like say a Kevin Steen or a Jason Kincaid to a indie wrestling show?
I know Jason Kincaid. I don't know him personally, but I know he's wrestled around here a lot. I don't seem far-fetched to me at all. But with Kevin Steen, I know he lives in Canada, so that'd be a plane ticket and everything. And with the crowd we have right now, our crowd isn't really the internet wrestling fans. You know what I mean? They're kind of the more southern. They're kind of like they've seen the WWE wrestlers more so than the ROH or the PWG or the independent wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think they're more likely to pay to see someone they've seen on television before someone that they more than an indie guy. So
okay.
It's not impossible. It's a possibility. Anything's possible, but I think it's more likely to see we're more likely to have more folks from
the States
wrestling more so than indie wrestling.
But
me personally, I'd love to have Kevin Steen on the show. I'd love to wrestle him.
Oh, he's a workhorse, dude. 100%. Just one more question, and fan question, and we'll move on here.
Fan question. You feel like I'm some kind of superstar.
You are. You're the superstar, Ray Waddell.
That's my name, damn it.
Ray, you're over as fuck, dude. Just eat it up.
Here we go. All right. Can you give us any sport?
Has anyone else on y'all's podcast have fan questions?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't feel as much of an asshole now.
Oh, you shouldn't.
No.
You shouldn't. But this question is actually it's kind of like I don't know. I'll just ask it. Is there any spoilers on any potential former WWE talent for One Night Only?
Honestly, man, I'm not in on the whole booking situation with that. I've heard, I know that somebody, I think Kevin actually posted something on that WrestleManiac board, and there were people on his list that had been mentioned in talks of bringing in for One Night Only. There's nobody confirmed right now, so I don't want to throw out names.
CM Punk.
But yeah, we've been in talks with people, and we talked about a ton of different people about bringing them in. So I believe One Night Only. Actually, I can't get the date out right now because I don't think it's been put into the state because it's in Michigan and Kentucky. But One Night Only will be in Central City this year.
Okay.
And I believe it's in September. So you can go look out for that. I can't name drop yet because nothing's confirmed. But yeah, September it'll be in Central City, so people will have to travel to Evansville again and bring it back home. So hopefully it'll be a big show.
Oh yeah, it's something to look forward to. I know that's a little bit down the road, but a lot of people look forward to the One Night Only just because it's very awesome. It's always
some of the biggest shows we have, man, are the One Night Only shows because people love to see the guys they grew up watching
in the ring.
Locally,
You get to mix it up with the local wrestling heroes. In this case, this bad guy I'm talking to on the phone right now.
Bad guy.
All right. I know you just watched a little bit of Raw tonight. Did you see any of the Warrior tribute?
I watched they did the Kindle flute at the beginning of it, and then through the night they showed some of his matches, like some of little videos. Like I think they had his match with Hogan, of course, him and Honky Tonk Man. Yeah, they were just kind of showing some of his more memorable moments. They showed his the promo he cut last week about a man's heart giving out and all that.
Yeah.
There's running down, I guess, some of his more memorable moments of his career.
Wow. That was shocking.
Well, what's really weird to me is like when I was sitting around watching with some friends, watching the Hall of Fame and WrestleMania and whatnot, and to me, he kind of looked like he was in rough shape.
Oh yeah.
And jokingly, of course, I was like, oh man, he's gonna die, like just fucking around. I meant no disrespect about or anything. And next thing I know, Tuesday, I get on the internet and it says Ultimate Warrior dies, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? I was just saying that the other night, man. Joking.
I know.
Ultimate Warrior.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, it messed with me a lot. It messed with me hard, actually.
I followed the Warrior on YouTube for a while. I didn't like him as a wrestler very much, but as a human being, judging from his shoot interviews and his demeanor, he was a strict nutritionalist and
He's a
health nut. I don't believe he used steroids as much as the Nancy Grace types would have you believe. But
Did you guys sign the petition?
Do what?
Did you sign the cancel Nancy Grace petition?
Oh, no, I didn't sign the petition. I saw it.
I saw it, though.
I saw it. I would have at the beginning.
That motherfucker.
But I don't believe Ultimate Warrior was near that state. I think Ultimate Warrior is very clear-headed. Ultimate Warrior did cut some serious shoots for 2.5 years on everything for a while. Against Kevin Nash, against Hulk Hogan, against Vince McMahon. I just find it hard to believe, really, that he was so debilitated to go into the Hall of Fame and do his
just
thing
die.
and just die.
So it's like what we're kind of getting at, Ray, is it's like, how can you go from, I don't know, spending about 6 or 7 hours a day talking shit, ratting people out in the back, in the locker room of WWE/WF, and just be welcomed with open arms
and croak.
and just croak.
You know,
It could be just as coincidence, but I like to, I don't know, I like to play both sides of the fence. It's like, what if there's a conspiracy? Maybe someone snuffed him out. Did you ever think that?
I don't know, man. I'm all into the conspiracy theories. So I never know. Every time something comes up like this, first thing I'm doing is asking questions instead of just,
It's a little strange how this worked out.
Or maybe it's one of them things where he finally, got everything settled and let everything go and didn't have anything to live for. Or they said it was hard to say that on him. So I don't know. Maybe so many years of running and if he was on drugs or whatever, just kind of took its toll on him. And the timing is the weirdest part about it,
Yeah, that's what makes me keep thinking about it. So
yeah.
I think we're going to have another Oddcast with Kevin Cameron. I think we're going to try to highlight that.
We're going to talk a lot about this.
That and a lot about the Ben Wall thing, too. It's just a lot of deaths that surround wrestling is just very strange. A lot of strange things.
It doesn't add up. With Warrior, what I found interesting is, he spoke very confidently.
Like he knew it was coming.
Yeah, he knew.
Well, he had accepted the Hall of Fame opportunity with open arms, and he took the pay and he did his dates and all that. But if you watch his YouTube channel, which is the One Warrior Nation or whatever the fuck,
OWN, NWO backwards.
He cut some of the best promos, if it was a promo, tongue-in-cheek. He cut some shit that was very real and very poignant and strong for a guy like him. And, him and Kevin Nash had a back and forth for a couple weeks. But, I find it interesting that Vince allowed him to get this Hall of Fame nomination. Bruno Sammartino was also a guy who was very worried, like Jim Hellwig, about accepting a Hall of Fame ceremony. Bruno Sammartino was a very vocal person against the WWE.
He got the bad. Yeah, you heard all about that, haven't you, Ray? About how Vince treated Bruno after after he left WWF.
Wasn't part of Bruno's gripe with WWE the whole attitude era that he thought that wrestling was supposed to be pure and not?
Well, Bruno was a pure wrestler. If you were Vern Gagne and you were running AWA, I guess at the time, you would have been a very prideful owner of that contract. But what Bruno's beef was is he witnessed some things going down between Pat Patterson and Ring Boys. I looked into this extensively for at least 2.5 years, and my conclusion is WWE whatever the fuck you want to call it, had a very substantial amount of controversial meetings between the ring people, the people who set up the rings there during the house shows and the pay-per-views and whatnot, and TV tapings, and the wrestlers that are questionable. Pat Patterson apparently has a notorious.
Yeah, Ray, you can look it up. It's Phil Donahue actually had a big show about it, but apparently Pat Patterson was
a child.
Yeah, he dabbled in the pedophilia and stuff like that, and that the backstage antics and that being coupled with the steroid ring that was being built and also kept under wraps. There's a lot of shady stuff that went on in the shadows of wrestling. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I haven't really heard anything about the whole Pat Patterson.
Oh, dude, thing. Look it up.
I knew he was homosexual, but I haven't heard anything about that. But I don't know, man.
It has nothing to do with him being gay.
It was the 80s. What I hear, there's a bunch of crazy shit going on there.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe and a couple other people, including Vince McMahon, were involved with some shady shit. Back in the mid-'80s, there used to be a female referee. All right, the only female referee they ever had. I forgot her name.
Well, I guess there's probably a reason for that.
Well, she had started these accusations of sexual abuse with Vince, and that started a freight train of accusations that turned out to be legit in the court of law, with these younger kids that were offered to help set up the ring during house shows. Pat Patterson would proposition some of these ring people with sex. And this was confirmed more or less.
Bruno confirmed that, right?
Bruno Sammartino confirmed it himself. He saw it happen.
It's a very dark area of wrestling.
It is. It's dark.
It's something we need to touch on, at a later date, because it is very, very strange.
Yes, it's fucked up, dude. And I know it's hard to deal with, and it might be something that might be too heavy, but there's something going on in the world wrestling entertainment industry.
And it seems like the Ultimate Warrior death has kind of peeled that scab back. It's like, what is going on here?
What's really going on?
Because, I don't know, there's a lot of deaths surrounding wrestling and a lot of shady stuff. Not all wrestling.
These guys are living the fucking fast life, too. It's like wrestlers in the 80s were doing crazy shit than half the rock stars in the 80s, and you gotta look at a lot of them died, too.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime somebody dies in pro wrestling, it's a lot more publicized than if someone dies in any other sport.
Well, the point is, it isn't...
I'm not saying that there's not a lot of deaths in wrestling, but I feel like it's way more publicized and it's way more looked down upon and called out more than any other sport or any other.
Yeah.
Because...
You gotta think how many wrestlers there are. There's like thousands of wrestlers because there were so many companies back then.
Right.
So it's like, if you compare that to how many movie stars have died or something like that, it's not that outrageous.
It's crazy.
It's still a whole lot of death, and a lot of these guys were living their past lives, and there's a lot who wasn't doing anything wrong and just died because, like, when someone like Nancy Grace tries to make it out like they died from
Yeah, didn't that not?
or something like that. No one hard on somewhere.
That was weird.
Yeah, didn't that make your blood boil? Listen to her talk about that. DDP is, to me, the most important wrestler in the past 15 years. You know, I love DDP, and Nancy Grace trying to stifle him and make him seem like he was an idiot. I mean, how'd you feel watching that?
She does that, man. A lot of them, I don't watch a lot of it because they don't let people talk. They want to bring people on and then talk down to them. So, I mean, I feel bad for DDP because he looks like a dick on it. It was all her fault. I mean, I think she put out like a policy thing, you know. I went over there to talk about the guy, and I did not expect to be berated at that.
Yeah, turned into a controversial talking point.
Yeah, that's what she's good for, man. It's also
all wanted to do shit on wrestling, and the goal she did really pissed off a lot of people, and now there's a petition going around to get her to stop television. So hopefully something comes out of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ratings.
I hope it does. It's just to me, wrestling has been at its cleanest that it's ever been, and
it's almost too clean.
It's on its way up. You know, it's always. I'm not saying the wellness policy is foolproof, but this has been the best clean era of wrestling I think we've experienced. And for Nancy Grace is to try to put a black eye on it, it's terrible. Why would she do that? You know?
Well,
because they work so hard.
She wants ratings. That's all she's worried about. Getting the ratings, man. She don't care. Like, she don't look at it like that's something wrong with her, and he's like, but does she not realize that wrestlers are all human beings, you know? When they talk about them, these people dying, they don't realize these are humans with families, and they just talk about them as if they're some kind of
pieces of shit or something. Yeah.
You know, yeah, statistic pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Ray, how you been training this week for the for FANdemonium this Saturday? Are you working extra hard, man?
Not really, no.
Oh shit!
Not worried about it.
I should be training a lot more than I do, but I spend a lot more ring time than gym time. Obviously, you can't tell by my
okay
shape, but yeah, I'm usually in the ring 2 to 3 times a week, just working out and just learning new things and working with people and trying to get better. But yeah, I should probably hit the gym.
Well, you're a dude with longer hair. Do you have any tips for people with longer hair have to do manual labor like what you do there?
I can't wrestle with my hair down.
Okay. Yeah, so you put it in ponytail?
Yeah, see, I noticed that too. I mean, do you...
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Because I know when Jericho eventually started putting his stuff in a ponytail, but seeing Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, and I'm sure Kane hated it the most, is because he also had a mask and hair in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a very nuanced question, but it's a very real question. You know, that would annoy the piss out of me. I've never had long hair, but I can see how it's just constantly in your eyes and
in your
sweat
mouth.
everywhere.
In your mouth.
Yeah,
everything.
I recently grew my hair out because I was a pneumonia fan. Then whenever I got into high school, I cut it with the sides and the back down shaved and long hair on top, so a typical independent wrestler look, you know. And now it's just something I'm used to and people are used to me with, so I just kind of kept it and never really did anything about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, your appearance, can you explain your ring attire? Why do you wear the boots that you wear and your tights and your explain that?
Right now I wear title boots, which are actually boxing boots. I need to get me some actual wrestling boots, and then I wear kick pads, custom ones. I get all my gear made in Australia. Where does that sound? There's some guys over there called AWP. They make some really good gear, and then got some other pants with the superstar down the side. Nothing too elaborate, just something I can move in.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want your balls to be squished into a strange moose knuckle situation while you're in the ring, you know.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen that. It's awkward.
Ugh. I guess they call it the 2-ball split or something. I don't know. Yeah, this kind of, I guess, non-sports related or wrestling related question. Have you watched any good films? I mean, what's right now? What is your shit? What is your favorite movie at the moment?
Movie shit. Like of all time or like recent?
Oh, just at the moment, man, because mine switches every day to day. So.
I'm trying to think of what movie I watched. Television shows. I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan.
I hear a lot of good things. I hear a lot of good things.
Oh yeah, it's a really good show if you get into it. I mean, I don't give a shit about motorcycles, but I watched it and the story to it's so cool. I wasn't a Breaking Bad before it went on.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's
That
good.
to me, that's the best drama in the past 20 years. It's amazing. Love it. So,
Movies, though, man. I've always been a fan of the Jay and Silent Bob films, the Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob's Break Back.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm a Kevin Smith fan, dude.
I love Kevin Smith.
Here recently.
Have you seen Red State that Kevin Smith did?
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude.
The movie's fucking cool. Intense.
It was because that's a legit fear, man. Getting kidnapped by religious nuts, you know.
Yeah, they said they set off the whole Westboro Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude died here recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred Phillips is dead.
Fred Phillips is dead. Sounds like an album title.
Yeah.
You know. Kevin Smith's also doing this movie called Tusk. He talks about. You ever listen to his Smodcast?
No.
You should.
Oh, it's really good.
You
Well, anyways, the plot line of this is this dude's buddy gets lost in the woods, and they go in to search for him, and apparently he's turned to a walrus. I know that sounds weird at face value, but Kevin Smith got Johnny Depp to star in his movie. Apparently, that's a big deal. It has Justin Long. I don't know if you remember Haley Joel Osment. Remember him?
I remember the name. I don't remember his name.
He was the kid in The Sixth Sense.
Okay, yeah.
And also Ralph Garman, he was in Red State. Michael Parks, he's also in Red State. Seems interesting. It's in post-production now. That should be some. I like Kevin Smith a lot, dude. I know he's got a lot of shit over the years.
Sounds crazy.
Clerks 2 is. I love that movie, dude.
Yeah, that's probably one of my top 5 movies.
Yeah.
It's.
I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Actually.
As crazy as it is, I still really enjoy Ready to Rumble every time I watch that back.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It has a bad rap, but man, that movie's fucking hilarious.
I'm a fan. Some people say he's too snide or whatever. It's like I don't care.
No, it makes sense.
And plus, when you listen to his podcast or whatever, he's a legit cool guy. You know, it seems like you know him after you listen enough to it. You know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What kind of music have you been listening to, Ray?
Mostly listen to hip hop, but I listen to older rock, very much rock music I listen to these days, like a bunch of the shit from the 90s, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam, Marilyn Manson stuff. You ever heard of FANdemonium, the record label?
What was that? Say,
Hobson and Dizzy Wright and Jaron Benton and all them.
oh, say it again. Last part.
FANdemonium, it's a record label out of California. It has a bunch of pretty good rappers on it. I listen to them a lot. Listen to Eminem, even though some of his newer stuff isn't as good as the old stuff.
Right.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what do you think about the Marshall Mathers LP 2?
The first time I listened to it, I just had my expectations way too high, you know. With the name of Marshall Mathers LP2, I had my expectations so high that nothing to thought. But once I kind of let that settle, back and went to it, it wasn't bad. It's a pretty decent album. There's a few songs on there that I don't listen to, but for the most part, I can listen to a lot of it. He's still
I thought it was,
more talented than I'll ever be, or he's got to get the crap off.
yeah. I still think the album that he had before that. What is it called?
Recovery.
Yeah, Recovery. I think that's. I love that album. I'll just say it. I think that's.
I wasn't a big fan of Recovery. I mean, but I only listened to it like twice, so
I got
can't
you.
really judge it.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of burned out on Rihanna though, but you know, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, there's pieces in the Marshall Mathers LP2 that were kind of weak, but when he was on, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Not a terrible album, but you know, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not a big fan of the collaborations with Rihanna either. I'm not a big fan of her voice, and I just feel like 2001 Eminem would be different. They're not making songs with her.
Right. And it's just good that he still cares enough about the rap game to not put out a complete shit album. To me, Jay-Z's done that a lot. I never really was a big Kanye West fan, but he's done that a lot too. Just phoning it in. Eminem's never really phoned it in.
They're both guys who have a couple songs on each album I can listen to, but I can't listen to the whole album all the way through and really dig it.
To me, I love Outkast. To me, they are the Beatles of hip hop. Anything Big Boy's 2 solo albums are fucking amazing, dude. Like Vicious Lies and Terrible Rumors is great. I'm trying to remember the first one. I forgot the name of the first album, but anything. Oh no, that was with the double album.
What was it? Was the double album? Didn't he do one CD and?
Yeah, it's Speaker Box. That was it.
Okay. So it's kind of like 2 solo albums in one album.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I mean, I'd be lying if I said I had a lot of Outkast, but everything I've heard, the album's been on point. I just never taken the time to sit down, look them up, and really study them.
I got you, man. That's where I get mostly, when I'm down and doing a rap track. Southern rap is where it's at, dude. If I had to pick, people always had to pick East Coast or West Coast. I would definitely pick Southern rap just because that's Southern fried goodness, man. Beat machines, and it's more funky than West Side rap. Even though West Side is funky as shit too, but it can't hold a candle to Southern beats,
Yeah, beat Southern rap. Like I'm all about the lyrics, man. The beats are great. Gotta have a good beat, but if there's no lyrics, because there's some Southern rappers who, like some of these Atlanta rappers, who just kind of
shitty,
like 2 Chainz and people like that, like. There's got to be some kind of lyricism there. It can't just be like a dude talking on the track. I can't do that. But, I mean, everybody has an okay song, but if I'm going to listen to someone's whole album, they got to be able to fucking get it.
Yeah, that's true. Because basically, rap has hit this weird low where you just repeat one phrase, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no creativity to that.
Yeah, man, I turn on the dance. Like, sometimes I be trying to sleep and turn on MTV and have the MTV Jams on, and man, some of the worst garbage I've ever heard in my life. Like, these guys are famous, like they almost have seen not want to rap. So they're like, man, I don't want to make shitty music. That's all it's getting famous. That's all I'm making money off of.
I know. It's like I wouldn't be proud of that. It's like
or some shit like some weird techno beat, like some flow rider shit. Man, I can't do that stuff either.
No, it's just like when you're in the ring, you don't want to put out a shitty performance if you can help it. And it seems like these rappers don't really care.
Yeah, it's like we're getting paid. We don't like like with wrestling. Like I heard someone say the other day. I think I was watching like a seminar or something. They said that there's no such thing as a bad crowd. The bad crowd's the people that stay at home and don't pay their tickets. So you go out there and you perform. No matter what, you're getting paid. No matter how big the crowd is, you perform because that's what you're there to do. Like some of these rappers just make that money, and that's all they care about. They don't care about really the product they put out, or the story, or the perception of what they're doing. They just want the money. So I mean, I can't really get behind that.
Yeah, I feel you. That's what kind of ruins a lot of professional sports too, like in the NBA, and especially let's see here, football too. And I'm just going to touch base. I'm going to ask you. This is kind of a good question. What do you think about the UFC movement that happened? Did you really think that was going to cut into the wrestling market?
Well, I think some wrestling fans probably went to the UFC. I mean, I can't really watch UFC. I can watch the wrestling portion of it, but I just can't, like, dudes beating each other in the face and stopping motherfuckers getting knocked out and they're still punching them in the face. I can't watch that shit. It's like, I don't see the sport to that. I see the sport to the wrestling portion of it, the submissions and whatnot, but I just can't see some dudes just getting his ass kicked. And like half the time the ref like didn't take a plate and the dude's got his brains bashed in. But yeah, I mean, of course it's popular. People want to see something like that. People, same reason some fucking people like seeing dog fights and shit. It's violent. People getting fucked up, and people like that shit.
Right.
It don't surprise me how famous it's gotten.
Right. I just remember there was a MMA show at Central City a couple years back, and it got a pretty good crowd. You know, we got to see some local boys. I don't know if you know Steve. Do you know Steven Rader?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought there and he won it. That was pretty cool to see him win a match. I just thought, yeah, there for a little bit, UFC was at a fever pitch. It seemed like everyone was asking on the internet, it's like, is Vince McMahon worried about Dana White cut into his market? And Vince McMahon said this at the time. He said it's a completely different thing, and everyone called Vince McMahon a fucking idiot for saying that. But he was right down the road. UFC tapered off. It is its own different thing, and will never cut into the wrestling market. Especially.
It makes me real proud when a guy like Brock Lesnar, who's known as a pro wrestler, wins the UFC and just fuck people up. You know, I thought that brought legitimacy back to wrestling, because that was a wrestler going there with these guys and holding his own, even though he was a legitimate wrestler before he ever got into pro wrestling.
Right. I love that. See, I didn't even care if he lost his first match. I did not care.
I didn't watch it, but from what I heard, he ruled the whole thing and then just kind of got fucked again. That right?
Yeah. It was just cool that he tried it, because he is a freak of nature.
And he did all that shit with that disease, so there's no telling what he would have did if he was healthy.
Right. Yeah, he had that gastral stomach problem.
Diverticulitis, I believe.
Yeah, there it is.
Whatever.
Also, I was kind of bringing this back around town. What do you think about him ending the streak?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that first night I was fucking like, what the fuck, The fan in me was like, man, you never can streak them in. I mean, I never would have guessed. But I mean, now I had a chance to kind of let it set in. Plus that Paul Heyman promo on Raw really made it that much better for me. I can understand it, if you're gonna go out, why not go out to the most legitimate guy, Someone's gonna end it, why not be the guy who everyone knows is legitimate?
Of course. A lot of people, from what I've...
But that first night, I wasn't saying that. That first night, as a fan, I was pissed. I was like, oh, man. No,
Because...
I ain't gonna lie, I was arguing about it with people, like, what the fuck, what were they thinking, Once I got the emotion out of it and thought about it, yeah.
Yeah, just because there's a lot of good talkbacks about that. From what I generally gather is, Brock Lesnar is an established, like you said, he is legit. He's already established. Say, if you gave the streak to, say, someone like Roman Reigns, amazing wrestler, young dude, but what if somewhere down his career path, he fucks up, and it will make him beating Undertaker at WrestleMania seem like it was pointless. You know what I'm saying? It might as well give it to someone that is tried and true, and... he's already established, as opposed to giving it to some young guy who will only be known for the longest time as the guy that ended the streak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also you got to think if they give it to a young guy, no matter what he does after that, nothing's really going to top the fact that he ended the streak. Like even if he wins the world title, it's like, won the world title, he ended the streak. Who cares? I ended the streak. So long as he's off that too. But yeah.
I thought it was... And also,
I was really anticipating I was thinking it'd be cool to have a Ray Waddell Undertaker feud down the line, next year or something. I don't know if he's done or not. I don't think anyone really knows for sure what it is that he might be, but that's would be cool to me. All the cool mind games and whatnot they could do. Yeah,
and plus, I don't know if you've been hitting. I'm an IWC, I guess. I'm part of the internet wrestling community. I really don't know if there's any truth behind this, but every year they always say that Sting is very close to signing a contract with WWE. He's going to fight Undertaker. Do you think that will ever happen?
Did you see the video he posted at WrestleCon or whatever?
No, I did not. What's up with that?
I guess someone had asked him about if he was on WWE, and this was WWE weekend in New Orleans. And he said, well, all I can tell you is my new favorite number 31. But everyone, popped for it, oh, fuck, that's number 31. So I don't know if he's just fucking with people, but Doug Sting said his new favorite number was 31. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll be a WrestleMania.
To me, would you want to see that?
I think it could be good. I think it could be good or it could be bad, depending on how they do it, I think I don't know about that. I think the feud would be cool either way. I just think they have to deliver in the match.
Yeah, because to me, if they was gonna do it, they shouldn't have done it 10 years ago, or 5 or 6 years ago. You know. And Sting's always been the guy who never sold out. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't know. I almost feel like, but for himself, it's like I think it'd be cool putting the industry and WWE industry in the biggest company of all time instead of just
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that he was a WCW guy and interested, but at the end of the day, I think it'd be cool for him to be, to really go everywhere and kind of, why not go out on top,
Right, because I mean, it is just one company, and
You don't want your last memory, the last thing people remember you for is that you lost to Ethan Carter the third on TNA,
Yeah.
You wrestled Undertaker at WrestleMania.
that's true. I can see the allure of that. Gosh, yeah, ECW. I almost said ECW. Ethan Carter the third. He's actually not that bad of a wrestler.
No, he's not. I kind of like what they're doing with him, but I don't know, like, they're weird, because half the time I feel like they're not going to change people, and then they're not. Like, thought he was going to leave, like, hurt on Magnus, and then he never did, so, I don't know. I got some really weird storylines between me sometimes.
Yeah, it's like speaking of Magnus, I thought he was a good champion. I think they should have still kept the belt on him. Eric Young is cool, don't get me wrong, but I think they should have kept the belt on Magnus a little longer. This is to give him a legit title reign, and it also just seems like they're kind of cashing in a little bit on the underdog aspect that WWE was also.
Like they were setting, like, and like, look, we got a small bearded guy. Why don't we make it him too? I don't know. I thought it was weird. I thought, like, because Eric Young, I mean, for a long time, he was on TV because he was doing that fishing show, and then he came back and did a couple of good matches, and now he's champion. I mean, I think they could have built it a lot longer and really got him over as a legitimate threat. I mean, Joe couldn't beat him,
and did Angle ever?
I mean, yeah, it's shocking. I guess it wouldn't be shocking if they built it. But,
yeah, did Angle ever have a match with Eric Young?
I don't know. I don't call him a fan of Murphy, really.
Because it makes you wonder. Wouldn't you kind of want him to go over on a couple big guys first? Like established guys before you just give them the title.
I guess that would make sense, but also if they want it to be shocking, I guess they kind of wanted people thinking there's no way this guy's gonna win, and when he actually won, everyone's like, what the fuck? So if he's beating a bunch of people, more people are more likely to say, well, he might win. So if he was doing it for the shock values and out of nowhere, I guess works. But if you want to build him, have him a long, lengthy run, you would think they'd build it longer.
Yeah, it was like what do they call that, Ray? Is that called hot shot booking, right? This hot shot. It's like we just.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray, it's been really awesome talking to you. I think we're about to wrap it up here in a few minutes. Is there anything?
Everyone come see me wrestle. Yeah.
Come see.
I'll cater Ray album if it ever happens.
All right. Totally. It's the superstar Ray Waddell, man. Holy shit. And plus, man, your brother Chris is no joke.
No, man, I can't put him over enough. People don't know. Like, people see, yeah, he's a wrestler, he's a motor, but he fucking put so much work into this whole company, man. People don't even know, but yeah.
There's two sides of that coin. There's two sides of that coin. He does both.
Yeah, he's a fucking workhorse. None of this, like all these people who do, we wouldn't be doing shit if it wasn't for that guy. How to be my brother? You can ask anyone. Yeah, he has it. He knows what he's doing.
Dude,
I put him over anyone, man.
Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, like just to promote or just to say hello to everyone?
Any wrestling fans, come check out a WWA show. Even if you don't like wrestling, maybe you will have to see it. FANdemonium this Saturday in Livermore. It's the 19th. I'm not sure when this has been posted, but the May 3rd in Bowling Green. We'll be back out that way. So, yeah, if you guys are around, come check out a show. If you like rap music, come look out for new music for me and some of my friends and support this podcast with you guys.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
You guys keep doing your thing, and if y'all want my brother or, I can get him to talk to anybody else, y'all need more of the WWA people, or if you guys want Don or Bruce or something, just let me know, and we can try to get them on here too.
Oh yeah, that'd be fantastic, dude. Especially THC and your brother for sure. Those are definitely three people I'd like to
My
get.
brother would be a hell of a conversation.
Dude, I'm sure he's got some stories to tell.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's Ray. It's been fantastic having you on the Stiff Oddcast.
Anytime,
Hopefully we'll have you back again soon. I would like everyone to like and subscribe to the Stiff Archives for more awesome content. Maybe from this fella here, the superstar Ray Waddell. Don't forget.
man. Tell them check out facebook.com/WWA is now if they want any info on us. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you add them and hit like. And this Saturday is FANdemonium at Livermore, Kentucky. The fans voted for what match types and what they wanted to see, so you can't complain. And like you said, May 3rd is also another WWA production, the pay-per-view. What's the name of that, Ray?
That's Bowling Green, Kentucky. I believe it's called WWA Relentless. That's at the Armory in Bowling Green.
Hell yeah.
Tickets for these shows are $9. You get 4 for $35 for family deals. Kids 5 and under get in free, so come check it out.
Should be an amazing show. Yet again, thank you, Ray, and I guess we'll talk to you next time.
Anytime, guys.